Alright, hope everybody's having a good day or night. And by the time you're seeing this video, it is the day that a lot of these changes are going live to where I've heard a lot of people are leaving the game, but let's be honest, a lot of us are probably going to come back anyways. However, I had some fun on my vacation. I'm finally back making videos, which is nice. And this is being recorded the day prior. And what I'm going to be doing is just giving my thoughts and opinions on what I consider to be the major stuff. I'm not going to be covering the Jormungandr rework as nothing about it's really changed. It's still pretty much the same. And the Noxia change is just so minuscule, I don't really think it's going to make a difference. But with that being said, like and subscribe, become a Seal Baby, and let's get right into it. Alright, so first off, let me just say that pirate skin that they're releasing is fire, and it makes me want to drop money on the game because it reminds me of Bloodborne. However, pirate's ass at the same time, but it's like, do I really want to suffer playing pirate just for the cosmetic? I'm a masochist, so probably yes. But the first biggest change here is the Aphira bug fix. So what you're looking at on screen is the changes, and what this means for you is that you are going to be able to dodge her kick now, because before you would not be able to. And what caused this was a guard swap bug. Black Prior had a similar issue on his release to where if you swapped your guard while trying to dodge his in-chain bash, you would always get hit. And that was Aphira's situation here, which was dumb because Aphira does confirm a lot of damage with that, and it's annoying. It's a change that should have happened, and the whole guard swap timing, that shouldn't have been a thing to begin with in the first place. They probably didn't foresee it coming. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt on that, but overall, that is a very good change for the hero, and it will make her a little bit less annoying, and you'll actually be able to have essentially some sort of counterplay because a lot of people swap their guards subconsciously without even realizing it. So overall, I think that's a really good change. Alright, so now we're going to go over the changes dealing with side dodges and the side dodge bashes. What I'm going to have is I'm going to have them pulled over here off to the side on my monitor, just so that I can make sure that I'm relaying the correct information to y'all. And we're going to start out with the first one that I am looking forward to the most. And is that when dodging, you will now get your iframes. They are no longer speed dependent. Thank fuck that this is actually coming, because there have been plenty of times where I'm stuck in a corner and I can't dodge attack. There's essentially no counterplay to something where you're stuck in a corner and you want a dodge attack to get out of it, because that's what you would think a dodge attack would be for. But you couldn't because the iframes on it were speed dependent, which is why sometimes when you dodge attack somebody, like say in minions in the mid lane, you don't get your iframes. You still get hit by attack that normally wouldn't have been hit. And that is a good change overall. That is one of the changes I'm really looking forward to. Now the rest of these changes is kind of a mixed bag for me. I got mixed feelings on them all, and I've heard that overall about this update, that this update has divided everybody. So we're going into the next one, which is defense while dodging. Non-reflex guard heroes, meaning static guard, are no longer going to have their guard whenever they are dodging. And they will be able to regain it at 100 milliseconds after being able to swap their guard. And Conqueror and Kensei now have superior block windows that are 100 ms to, I believe that says 300 ms. So what this means for you is that if you throw an undodgeable at somebody, they are no longer going to be able to block top and just make themselves safe, essentially. That's what that means. They will no longer just be able to have their guard up top. That is a good change. However, I can also see the other side where you're being ganked and you want to try to avoid something, but somebody's throwing an undodgeable now, and you're like, oh, great, what do I do? I'm also expecting, I'm expecting a very big surge in BP whenever this update does come out, or today, whenever y'all are seeing this, because BP is going to have the fuck you to everything. But this change I got mixed feelings about, mainly in the ganking scenario, but in terms of 1v1, it's going to help out a lot of characters like Nobushi, and for people that just try to mindlessly dodge everything, it will help you in those regards. But I can see both sides of the coin to where people won't like it, so my feelings are also still mixed. The next biggest one here that I am looking forward to is side dodge bash vulnerability. So what this means is now whenever you dodge a side dodge bash, for example, Shigoki's, if he does side dodge headbutt, you will get a guard break every single time now. And that is a big nerf to a lot of characters, like Conqueror. A lot of people hate fighting Conqueror, even though I think he's all right. Like Warden already had this though, and some people are getting hemmed up about it. I think it's a good change because if we look at it, Warden already has this to where whenever he would do his side dodge shoulder bash and you dodged it, you would get a guard break. So that's what that is. And it makes it to where they cannot chain, which is a huge nerf to somebody like Shigoki. Meaning if you dodge his side dodge headbutt, you can guard break him. He won't be able to chain into anything. And we'll have to see how that works out for characters like Highlander, where he side dodges and kicks, or Warmonger. It'll be a interesting change, and it's one I am looking forward to because there are some times where you do dodge a side dodge bash and you don't get anything. You really do not get anything, and it is very annoying when you can't get your punish because normally 9 times out of 10 with these particular side dodge bashes, if you dodge and don't get a GB, you're forced to dodge attack, and sometimes you don't even get your confirmed damage. It's an overall good change that I'm looking at on paper that I think will be good, and we'll have to see it in practice to see how it is. Now, the next big thing is dealing with delayable side dodge attacks. They can now be delayed from 200 to 400 ms, and there is a list over here of exceptions. Essentially, what they are doing here is we're making all these changes, but here you can also do this. So it's kind of like a give and take. This one I'm a little bit iffy on. Once again, I'll have to play this update as a whole, but I'm just looking at this as a on paper perspective. But overall, in terms of the update for side dodge attacks in general, it is a mixed bag. A lot of people are mixed about it, and I think that's personally a good thing because it leads to discussion. I've seen polls from Metaverse and everybody else where the community is divided on this, and that's also a good thing. And the reason why is because it leads to discussions and it can kind of bring everybody together. But I'll have to see how it is, and like everybody else, my opinions on it are pretty much mixed. This is either going to kill the game or help it out 100% because this is a very big change coming. I would say almost as big as the CCU because this changes the way the game has been played, and I can see why some people won't like it as the turtle playstyle. You can play however you want. The turtle playstyle is seemed as boring, and at top level, when I read these changes on paper, all this means to me is I'm just not going to attack. I'm just going to sit there and look at you because there's now so much risk involved in it. But it's a give and take, and everybody has their own opinions on it, but that's my perspective on it. As me, I'm just not really going to attack. I'm just going to sit there and look at you. But let me know what you think about these changes. And the next one we're going to go over is that, and God forbid, let Lawbringer rework, bro. Y'all are going to... I'm hot about that one. I am extremely hot. All right, listen. All I can say about this Lawbringer rework is congratulations, Reddit, you won. That rework is a fucking abomination. That thing is an abomination. Oh, let's remove triple light chains off of everybody else, but give it to Lawbringer. Oh, let's do a hyper armor, high damage, unblockable heavy. Take it off somebody like Pirate and give it to Lawbringer. It's Lawbringer. He's funny Tin Man, right? He goes at Mortem. He goes we gotta fucking make sure Reddit is happy, or they'll review bomb us and leave us. Oh no, it's stupid. I'm sorry. That's stupid. Thankfully, it's only in the testing grounds, but I feel like that's going to come through. There have been plenty of times where there's been a stupid decision and it comes through. If these dodge attack changes are coming through, that Lawbringer rework is going to come through. And the Nuxie one, don't even get me started on the Nuxie one. You sped up her traps. Yay, that's only going to help in a small scenario. But, oh my fucking God, that Lawbringer one. Like, what on earth were they fucking thinking? 36 damage. It's either, what is it? It's like 36 or 38 damage and it can chain into itself infinitely. Like, damn, Conqueror has an infinite unblockable, but at least it's low damage. It's like 22 damage. But no, not Lawbringer. Lawbringer's funny ad mortem, man, so he gets everything, right? Oh, my God. Y'all, that shit gonna be trash. I'm sorry. That's an abomination of a rework, man. Like, what were the devs thinking? And the bash, don't even get me started on that bash. That bash looks like he's having a stroke. Like, what the fuck? What were they thinking? Lawbringer was already fine. He didn't really need hyper armor. Like, yeah, he could have had it on a finisher heavy, maybe, but what they're doing to him now, where it's like an infinite, it's a better Conqueror. Like, what the fuck? It's Conqueror, but with like 36 to 38 damage, and it has hyper armor. And guess what? Dodge attack changes are gonna be in too. So good luck fucking dodging that unblockable there, buddy. You gonna get ab mortem all the way into the bedroom by that massive fucking peen that Lawbringer got. They gave him like Viagra Plus. That is what they gave this man, and he is gonna dick the shit out of all of us. Like, what the fuck is that rework? Okay. Let me know what y'all think of these changes as a whole and how they're going, because I'm just preparing my booty hole for Lawbringer, okay? I got the bed made back there ready. Like, the bed is made and I am just ready to be dicked down by Lawbringer after this fucking abomination of a rework. But let me know what y'all fucking think, because it's gonna be interesting and everybody's divided. What do you think they should change? What do you think should not change? Or just, yeah, my mind is mush. Like, I didn't even bother playing For Honor. I just grabbed Power Washing Simulator gameplay because I was like, fuck it, I'm too tired from traveling. But let me know what y'all think. Also, if y'all like this type of style of video, hit that like and subscribe button as it helps out. It's completely free. And if you don't subscribe, I'll find out where you live and I'll eat all your Hot Pockets. But I'll make sure to leave you one. However, when you heat it up in the microwave, it's going to be cold in the middle. So do that. Subscribe to save your Hot Pockets. With that being said, subscribe to Come Steal Baby, and I'll see all y'all in the next one.